friends, welcome to this week's video. So I wanted to do just a little like mid-year recap of the journals I'm using, as well as some journals that I finished but I'm still kind of attached to / emotional support journals. So I'm gonna put the emotional support one to the side and we're gonna look at the ones I'm currently using now. I am missing a journal and it's been such a mess in the studio lately that I literally have no idea where that journal is. So I will link it up here, and I'm still working in that journal. I just have no clue where it is right now. These are the ones that I'm currently like in pretty regularly. These are pretty much daily. These are my Hobonichis. I'm getting really consistent with it, and I may not decorate every page, but I do try to like watercolor most of the pages. So this one has been really cool, really comforting. I love going back and looking and seeing what I was grateful for each day. This is what I'm using this little one for, is just gratitude. And I love this journal. I really do. I'll be sad when it's all done. And then I've moved into the second half of my Hobonichi cousin, and I'm trying to stay consistent. I've been sort of lightly planning in here. I do try to do watercoloring. I'm trying to keep up with like the stickers and stuff, but in most cases I just watercolor, and sometimes I leave it like that, or sometimes I'll go back and like decorate it a little bit more. But these make me happy. I thought I would get bored with these because I'm very fickle when it comes to journals, and I like to jump in and out of different journals all the time, and sometimes I get tired of them and I stop working in them. But I've been consistent in these and I'm happy about that. Next is this one. This I started kind of like at the beginning of the year, as well, maybe like March, as a way to clean off my brush when I'm done like using it somewhere else, because I don't want to waste paint. And I did this spread here with you guys. I'll link it up here so you can watch it if you haven't. But basically it's like me cleaning off my brush and then sticking different random cutoffs from things I have used in the past. It's just some play with watercolor, with inks. So this has just been like experimental and fun, and sort of like no pressure. So I really enjoyed this journal. And then we have this little guy. This was made by Megan and the Moon, and it's a journal that I'm using for Art Journal Club over on my Patreon. And I'll do a quickie flip here, but basically every month I have a mini art journal workshop, and we work on spreads together. So this is like really a place of joy and happiness for me. I enjoy teaching, and this is a way for me to teach kind of like the techniques that I use and that I love, and I'm happy to share it with my patrons. And then this is another journal that I use over on Patreon. This is for Art Grimoire Club, and in this tier I do monthly art grimoire workshops, and we just work in our grimoires together, and we mostly use pop culture icons to represent different energies. So this has been so much fun. Like literally I can't say enough good things. Like these are my like children now. That's how much I love these. But yeah, that's my current journals. Now we can get to my emotional support journals. So this is the journal that I just finished. I've done a flip through. I can link that too if you haven't watched it. I'm very super attached to this journal still. I love it. I love everything about it. I love all the spreads. I believe I finished all of them except for like this painting here, which I will go back to. Some of the stuff is getting stuck, but for the most part, yeah, I really love this journal here. So I still keep it on my shelf in my studio so that I can just reference and gain inspiration from it. And I just love the size. It's so cute and little. And this one was made by my friend Lori. And this is another journal that my friend Lori made. I think she was now not making journals anymore. I think she used to be Ivy Shutter's old school junk journal friend that I met years ago, but I don't think she makes them to sell anymore. But she used to make literally the most beautiful journals. I can't count how many of her journals I have. But this is one that I found on my shelf, and I haven't really started working in here. I did cut the signature loose because this is such a beautiful cover. Like, I want to be able to reuse this, and I want to be able to add if I need to. But this journal is going to be just for me to like record my plants. I have so many plants. I can put in a little video clip of it here so you guys can see. It's a lot of plants. I love plants. All right, can I say I'm a plant mom, I'm a plant witch, whatever you want to call me. But I want to record the ones that I have, their care instructions, and when they need to be fertilized, just to keep up with them, basically like a little garden grimoire, if you will. But I love this journal so much. It's so beautiful. And then we have, this is just like another one of those junky ones that I made with like the scraps that I had on this desk prior. I didn't put pockets in this one like I did with the one I'm currently using, which I should also pull out here. I had something drying in this one, but this is my current one that I'm using. So it's the same paper that I used. I made this one first, and then I wanted to experiment more with the pockets. So when I made that second one, I hadn't fully bound it yet, so I wanted to use it to show you guys how I do my art journals. And then I just started working in it because it was like fresh on my mind, and this one kind of was on a shelf somewhere. But it's the same thing, except I bound this one with a 3-hole stitch or whatever you call it. And this one is just plain coffee paper. And I made this little glitter, like, what do you call these? It's called something. It's called like dashboard or something. I just made that, and then the crease of the paper, I covered it with some glitter tape so it wouldn't like open up. But I probably will go into this one next after I finish up with my other one. I love this one came out. I did, after the fact, go on here and draw the little hearts and put glitter. But yeah, I love it. I love like kind of junky journals like this. Next, I have this journal, which I bought from Megan and the Moon. The moment I saw it, I'm like, I need to get this journal because it had the Barbie book, which I've never seen. I use vintage paper, coffee dyed paper. This is just like the cutest journal, and I love everything about it. I just don't have anything that I want to do in here right now, but I still love to have it like on my shelf and just admire it from time to time. And I'm hoping that I'll have something to do in here soon. When I buy journals, I don't buy it with a specific use in mind. I kind of am just attracted to the creator and their work. I'm hoping soon I'll get to work in here. And then my last emotional support journal is the first part of my Hobonichi cousin. I really love how the cover came out, and I have been pretty consistent in here. I finished it up. There's a lot of decoration. I do need to go back to these last few pages and decorate maybe, but I'm not like 100% heart set on like going back here and trying to finish it up after the fact. I may just let it be as is. I think it's perfect as is, but you never know. Sometimes you want something to do, or you're going out somewhere and you're gonna be bored, and hey, why not bring this along with some of your printables and start like, you know, organizing and decorating in here. So I still keep this around for also inspiration. So yeah, that is it for all, whoops, for all my journals that I'm currently using or looking at or just daily like engaging with. And I think that if you feel like you have to start a journal and finish beginning to end, I wouldn't necessarily say that's always the case. Like, you could do it as a goal. Like, I'm kind of doing that with my Hobonichi because that's a goal I've set for myself. But I feel like with art journaling or junk journaling in general, I feel like it's very loose and very free, and you can kind of jump in and out as you need to. So I hope you guys are a little bit inspired by my journals and how I journal, and thank you to everyone who watches my videos and engages. I really appreciate all of you. That's gonna be it for today's video. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.